and the client. From Alan J. Pakula, director of All the President's Men and presumed innocent. The Supreme Court of the United States, the ultimate symbol of law and order. But in a single night, 2 of its justices will be brutally assassinated.
Everyone is assuming that the motive is hatred or revenge. What if the issue involved old-fashioned material greed?
1,000 miles away in New Orleans, a lone law student has pieced together who did the killings and why.
Your girlfriend has a theory?
She's a brilliant student with a passion for constitutional law.
Her conclusions are detailed in a document known in the corridors of power as the Pelican Brief.
Miss Shaw, you take my breath away.
Now, she has become a target. And the only person she can trust is an investigative journalist.
Everyone I've told about the brief is dead.
I'll take my chances.
Julia Roberts. Denzel Washington.
If this thing reaches as deep and goes as high as we think it does, these men will do anything not to be exposed.
The Pelican Brief.
It was 1961, the hottest summer anyone could remember. Cheryl was 17, and I was just some kid across the street. I wanted to dance her dance and dream her dreams. I saw their first kiss.
Listen, Ellie, now could you keep a secret if I asked you to?
Sure.
Okay, not a word about tonight.
I carried their messages.
What'd she say?
She wants to meet you tonight.
I brought them together.
It's like being on fire. Your whole body's glowing, and your heart beats so fast it feels like it's gonna burst.
They're definitely doing it. Doing what?
Cheryl and Rick had the kind of love everyone wants.
Do you remember when Larry used to kiss you like that?
But everyone wanted to keep them apart.
I want you to get off my property, now.
Listen, I can't do that. I need to talk to Sherry. Sherry! What's the matter? You falling for this chick?
You don't love him! How do you know that?
It was that one special friendship I'll never forget. A memory that never grows old.
C. Thomas Howell and Juliette Lewis. That night.
Middle Eastern royalty is kidnapped. War could be declared. Only one agent is available.
That would be Gambretti.
Hello? Tough luck, Middle East. You get Roberto Benigni.
That felt good!
In Blake Edwards' son of the Pink Panther.
He's just like his father.
He's got the same legendary courage. The same powers of deduction.
You ever been hunting?
The same taste for adventure. The French have a word for a man like this. Blake Edwards, son of the Pink Panther.
Fun is important.
Exactly.
After a century of foreign influence, Asia was about to reclaim herself. the Red Guard has emerged as a genuinely potent reactionary political force which will seize upon any excuse to justify the expulsion of all foreigners from China.
Onto this immense stage came a diplomat with a romantic vision.
I, René Gallimard, have known and been loved by the perfect woman.
And a performer who brought his fantasy to life. Theirs was a world that can never be revisited. From director David Cronenberg comes an epic story of love and its power to deceive. Academy Award winner Jeremy Irons. The Last Emperor's John Lone. Nothing blinds a man to reality like perfect love.
The prosecution claims Monsieur Gallimard was fully aware of the implications of his espionage activities.
Inspired by the true story and based on the Tony Award-winning play, M. Butterfly.
The Wind, the greatest motion picture of all time, the most awaited video of all time.
Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Winner of 9 Academy Awards, including Best Picture.
Well, I'll think of some way to get him back. After all, tomorrow is another day.
The most unforgettable love story ever told.
I love you more than I've ever loved any woman.
This classic can now be yours to cherish forever. Gone with the Wind. Available to buy on video soon.
Archer Sloan is on vacation in Russia.
He's looking for a guide to show him the real Russia.
This is Russia. You know? This is Russian black market. Check out the goods.
Now, he's going to have some interesting stories to tell the folks back home.
You'll spend the rest of your days in the Russian prison.
If he ever gets back home.
This is not the way to the hotel.
Nice Reebok.
Thank you.
Are you going to stop the car?
Back in the U.S., back in the U.S., back in the USSR. The Ukraine guys really knocked me out.
Take off your pants.
Go west behind. And Moscow boys make
we love Americans.
That drug is always on my.
I know nothing about this situation. There's a small portion of my ear actually missing.
Are you on drugs, young man? Big problem. Big problem.
Is it necessary to smoke in here? The man is on fire.
Get me Mikhail on the phone. Gorbachev.
Back in the USSR.
This film has been classified PG. That stands for parental guidance, which means that parents might want to check up on it before showing it to their younger children. If it's an action film, it might have some violence. If it's romantic, it might have some sexy scenes or very brief nudity. It might also have some of the milder swear words.
Talk to me, 23.
I got you, Colonel. Best I can tell, we got one tagged wreck inside the house, and I can see 2 more on the outside cameras. Sulfur reading is 0, so I'm betting no firearms.
Is it me, or did we just rescue a family from this same house?
One family moves out, another group discovers it.
Maybe we should put in a hotline with a note. New tenants call Hazlitt 1 for all your rescue needs.
Take Marcy. Handle the inside.
All personnel, use tranquilizers only. Roger.
Morrissey, SEAL, report.
Colonel, we have a hostage situation. 2 wrecks are holding a woman back here. We got one, the other one's moving toward you.
You're safe now, man. It's okay. Doctor, I need you out here now.
She's alive. Let's get her in the med nav.
I want the healthiest wreck for tagging. Let's move.
Seal? Seal? Where are you? Andy?
She's slipping into a coma. I don't have the equipment out here to keep her alive for long.
It's okay. We're moving out.
We can't. Andy's missing.
What?
His icon just vanished from the tracking screen.
I can't make voice contact, and I can't see him on any of the iCams.
Easy.
Morrissey, was SEAL with you?
We took opposite flanks, sir.
Take Glasser and check the house.
Will do, Colonel.
Load him in. Watch his head.
Colonel, we got another problem. Due north.
No sign of SEAL, sir.
Did you look behind the house?
Everywhere.
We've got to get that woman out of here now.
We cannot just leave Andy.
We don't have a choice. Load up. Move out.
In the not-too-distant future, genetic engineers develop a fountain of youth drug. Many people all over the world rush to receive the injection. Unfortunately, for reasons still unknown, most people who take the drug begin to mutate, eventually turning into horrible creatures officially called recessives. Their bodies grow stronger, but their brains become scrambled, wiping out all evidence of humanity, of good, of compassion. In short, they become superhuman, super psychotic. Fortunately, some people were immune to the mutation. These few remaining normal humans are migrating from all over the world to the last bastion of humanity, to a highly fortified city called Island City.
Bed 6, let's roll.
Dr. Coburn to HL1
Right,
Infirmary. Dr. Coburn to HL1 Infirmary, please.
Lady, the rest is up to you.
Roger, you have authorization. Colonel, we gotta go back out there and find Andy.
We wouldn't have a chance of finding him in that O-storm blowing up out there.
Well, then, I'll search electronically till we can go out. Why do you do that? You think maybe my DNA code is going to change all of a sudden? Maybe give me some coordination?
I'm sorry. I guess I keep hoping you'll improve.
Yeah, well, it's not going to happen. You want this genius IQ or you want to play catch?
I want to know what happened out there.
Wish I knew.
Do you think it might have been a faulty beacon?
Not likely, but possible. I'll re-examine it as soon as I get back from Andy's quarters.
Re-examine it now. It isn't your job to deliver bad news to the relatives of my team.
Colonel, Andy and Connie have been my closest friends since I joined the RCF. I'd like to be the one to inform his family.
Assure Connie that Andy is my #1 priority.
Thank you.
Sergeant Willett, monitor your comm deck. Sergeant Willett.
HL1 Infirmary, Dr. Helding.
Dr. Helding, I'm calling from the HL3 Infirmary.
Yes, hello, Dr. Keller.
Our unit just brought in another 30 rescues, on top of 20 from yesterday. We're overflowing here.
I'll come right over and lend a hand.
No room. Can you handle 3 more patients there?
Conditions?
2 seriously wounded, 1 minor.
No problem. Phone them over.
I'm out. Thanks, Sam.
All right, this one has head trauma. Let's start with him. George, you start prepping the other one. Let's get a cell replacement unit going and a brain RUG.
All right away, doctor. Over here. Yeah. Easy.
Sammy? Just a minute. Here we go. Tell Colonel Valadoon about our new arrival.
Yes, Doctor.
Sammy Hammy? Helen? It's me, Sammy.
I thought you were. I almost was. Many, many times. Oh, look at you. Oh, my sister, the doctor. Mommy would have been proud. Are you weak, injured? What hurts?
Oh, really? I'm okay. Just a few cuts and bruises and
The fact that I'm having a really bad hair day. Oh, it really is you.
That's too great. Tell me more. This is very interesting.
Ty Seal, what are you doing?
Mom, what's the problem?
I told you no virtual reality until you finish your homework.
Well, this is my homework. Check it out for yourself. Mr. President, this is my mother.
My dear lady, you appear way too young to be this boy's mother.
Thank you. I'm actually 45.
That can't be.
No, that's true. We have this youth drug now that... Why am I explaining myself to a computer? Okay, Ty, finish your homework. It's almost time for dinner. Greg?
That 23? Man, whatever you did to this VR rig is amazing. It's like a whole new...
We were on a routine pickup. Andy went inside the house, and then his icon vanished from the screen.
What do you mean, vanished?
Well, it's possible that his beacons were both faulty, or my receiver was.
So didn't you get out of your truck and look for him?
We started a search, Ty, but we were overrun by recessives.
So you don't really know what happened to him. He could be alive.
It's possible. But there's a massive O-storm heading into the sector, and we can't go back out until it clears.
Good. The storm will scare off the Rex, and Andy will find shelter. He took extra wasteland training. He's good at survival.
You remember what happened to Bobby's dad when he was lost out there? There's no survival.
What's he talking about?
His friend's father was lost under similar circumstances. They finally found him 2 days later, scattered all over the wastelands.
I'm using an old American Pentagon XSAT to scan for Andy's beacon, but the O-storm isn't making this any easier. That's the house where we lost him.
Those dots are all Rex.
Just tagged ones.
You sure you can tell the wreck tags from Andy's beacon?
No, but I'm sure this baby can. If Andy's beacon is broadcasting, the computer will isolate it. I'll try again when the storm clears.
Captain Salem to Hazlitt Bay 3. Captain Salem.
Any luck?
Not yet. I understand your sister was brought in by HL3. How is she?
Amazingly well, considering she's been out there more than 30 years.
Your sister? Doc, that's amazing news.
When are you going to let me fix this shoulder of yours?
What, and lose these special moments we have together?
The fact that it hurts should tell you to take a break. I started this shift last night. You've been going more than 24 hours.
Andy won't wait while I nap.
Tom, a 73-year-old man like you can't go days without sleep.
Neither can a 65-year-old woman.
59.
Haven't we celebrated your 59th birthday 5 years in a row, Doc?
And we'll celebrate it 5 more.
Why don't you go take your sister out and show her the city?
I'm waiting for that woman we brought in this morning to wake up. Maybe she can help us find Andy.
Wear your comm deck. We'll call you if she comes to.
Not with Andy out there.
Doc, there's nothing else you can do right now.
Go. Show your sister the city. That's an order.
Dr. Milliken to Recessive Study Unit.
You look great. They cleaned me up a little. I'm glad you could come.
Me too.
Don't get too excited, Sammy. I know it's only been a million years since we spent any time together. Are you sure it's all right?
No, I'm thrilled to be with you again, Hal. I really am. I'm just a little preoccupied.
I noticed.
We lost a man out there today. I feel like I should be out there looking for him.
Please go. I understand. We can do this another time.
We can't go out until the storm clears anyway.
Oh, well, then try not to worry. If I survive 32 years out there, he'll survive until that storm clears.
Fortunately, it doesn't work that way. He was born in Island City. People who were born here don't have a natural immunity to all the organisms in the wasteland.
Call administration, please.
Then why do you let people like that go out there?
We take an immunovaccine every time we go out, but it only lasts 48 hours.
Listen to me, Sammy. You can't do anything until the storm clears, right?
Yeah.
Then until then, you are going to show your little sister the town, and you are going to have a good time doing it. Got it? Got it.
Approaching ground level.
It's beautiful. What are those beams?
That's the energy field that holds out the O-storms and the recessives.
The recessives. Is that what you call the monsters here?
Yes.
How did it happen, Sammy? All that time I spent out there, I never understood.
It's complicated. Why don't we go down to the ground level and take a walk?
Start with why some people turned into those things, those recessives, and others didn't.
Only people who took the youth injection turned into a recessive.
But I took it. And you took it. You don't look a day older than the last time I saw you.
You and I didn't mutate because we don't have the recessive gene that reacts to the youth injection.
Subterranean level.
But most people did have the gene. Come on. Let me show you the town.
Dr. Lapko to HL3 Infirmary. Dr. Lapko to HL3 Infirmary, please.
Any more bright ideas, 23?
Yeah.
Range selector over.
These uglies have a normal body temperature of 103 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I can set the XSAT to scan the search area for body temperatures of 99 degrees or less.
Knew there was a reason I kept you in this unit.
All this time I thought it was my dashing good looks.
Lieutenant Saunders, monitor contact 5.
Well, are there any good places to get a bite to eat?
Sure. I'll take you to one.
Destination.
Wall Club.
Processing.
This is going to take some getting used to. After you.
Thank you for using AT&T.
Are you okay, Sammy?
Yeah, I'm fine. Let's eat.
Hi there. I'm Bruce.
And I'm married.
Sorry. Excuse me.
I'm not. Married, I mean.
I figured that.
What? Do I look that bad? I'm too thin, is that it?
No, you look great. It's just, there are rules here.
Rules?
Well, yeah. You notice how the room is divided into sections?
Yeah.
And you see how all the people in each section have the same color implant on their chests?
Those jewel things.
They're called DII implants. They indicate DNA compatibility.
What for?
So we don't spawn any more recessives.
Wait a minute. You're telling me these little jewel things tell me who I can and can't?
Exactly. And until you get your own implant, it's against the law to have sexual relations with anybody. That's why that man acted that way.
Super. How long before I can get an implant?
A couple days.
Well, the sooner the better. It's been a very lonely 32 years. Come on.
Hello, Tom.
General Mayday, what can I do for you?
I'm calling to notify you that I've assigned a replacement weapons officer to your unit.
We don't need a replacement. We haven't given up on our man yet.
You know the regulations as well as I do. A soldier in the wastelands for more than the 48-hour vaccine period is officially considered a loss.
With all due respect, General, it hasn't been 48 hours. We will find him.
I hope you will. But if you don't, his replacement will report. That gives you 18 more hours. Good luck, gentlemen.
Ben? Guess what? I have the greatest news.
Look who's here. Decide to drop in and honor me with your presence, Sammy? Or are you just changing clothes?
Don't start, Ben.
Start? Why would I start? Could it be that I'd like to spend more than 5 minutes a week with my wife?
I'm lucky to be getting a break at all. We lost a man today. Tom's been going 24 hours straight.
Well, Tom just has so much energy for a man his age, doesn't he?
Don't start that again.
No. See, I can understand why you'd be attracted to him. He took the youth injection. He still appears young, vital. Not like us old codgers who chose the natural course of life.
My relationship with Colonel Valdoon is strictly professional.
I could have taken that shot, like most people, and I'd be someone else, wouldn't I? I'd be an artificial, laboratory-produced young stud like Valdoon. Or I could have become one of those hideous recessives. Either way, I made the right choice. I chose to be me, natural. Not like you and your boyfriend.
He's not my boyfriend.
Hey, it's okay. You're both blues. It's perfectly legal.
Ben, I have an idea. Why don't we start over? Why don't I go out and come back in, and you'll pretend to be in a good mood?
Good idea. Go back out. But don't come back in.
Hi.
Hi. Who are you?
Why are you asking me? You programmed the VR. Who did you ask for?
I asked for the most beautiful girl in the computer's memory.
Ta-da.
Okay.
Ty.
Ah, great. Now what?
Who's that?
My mom. Just wait here. I'll be right back.
Suppose you're gonna tell me you're doing your homework again?
I just needed to take my mind off things for a while. I mean, what's the big deal?
I'm worried about you.
Well, don't be. Worry about finding Dad.
What do you think I've been doing? There's only so much I can do in the administrative corps.
Then get transferred somewhere else.
Ty, there is a reason they call it Hazardous Liberation Unit. I got transferred out of HazLib, so you wouldn't have to risk losing both parents.
Look, if it were you out there, you can bet Dad would go out and find you.
Sierras.
Rockies. You ever hear of door chimes?
Didn't think you'd be around. I needed a place to sleep.
Why didn't you go to your sister's temporary quarters?
Because I'm not ready to tell her about my problems with Ben just yet.
So he kicked you out again, huh?
Yeah.
Why this time?
Thinks I'm having an affair with you.
Where would he get that idea?
He noticed you and I are both blues. Did you ever notice we were the same color? This is a very romantic setting.
Standard quarters. Same as yours.
I'm in the Rockies.
I'd be happy to loan you the view disc. Maybe Ben would like it.
Ben, I've had about as much as I can take of Ben.
He can't help his condition, Doctor.
Yes, he can. There is nothing wrong with that man except a bad attitude. I need a life. I need something to look forward to when I'm off duty.
Who is it?
Connie Seal?
Come in.
Hi, Tom. Dr. Helding?
Lieutenant Seal? How are you? How's Ty?
Going a little crazy, I'm afraid.
Connie, I was going to come visit you. I've been spending all my time looking for Andy.
I can see that.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Yes. Transfer me into your unit.
What?
I need to be involved in the search.
Excuse me, I have a patient to check. Lieutenant Seal, let me know if I can be of any help.
The best thing you can do right now is try to brace yourself and brace Ty.
Don't make that speech, Tom. Have you given up looking for Andy?
No.
Then why should I?
Connie, you could get lost out there too. Then what would happen to Ty?
The best thing that I can do for Ty is to find his father. Let me be Andy's temporary replacement.
I'm sorry, Connie. That's just not possible.
Why not?
Central Command has already assigned someone.
Temporarily.
I'm afraid if we pass the 48-hour mark, Central Command will consider that replacement permanent.
I don't understand why you don't just put him out of his misery.
You mean kill him?
Well, yes.
What if this wreck used to be Cody, your dad? Would you still feel that way?
Used to be are the operative words there, Sammy. This thing is not a person anymore. I've seen too many of him kill too many like me to think of him that way.
Helen, a lot of doctors and scientists in Island City, including me, spend most of our time studying the wrecks, working on a way to reverse the mutation.
So?
So, what if we kill them all today and then find a cure tomorrow?
What's that?
It's a tracking device. Next time we go out, we'll leave him with his pack. That way we can track his movement. Tom, come in. I want you to meet my sister Helen. Helen, this is Colonel Tom Valdoon, my commanding officer and an old friend.
Not necessarily in that order.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Colonel.
It's Tom, unless you plan on joining the RCF.
That might be tempting, if I get a boss like you.
Well, there are better ones than me. I came by to see how your patient is from our last mission.
She's still unconscious. I'm hoping she'll come out of it soon.
When she does, make sure I'm notified immediately.
Will do.
Nice to meet you, ma'am.
Please tell me he's single.
Don't get too excited. You don't even know if your implants will match.
Well, I figure since we're sisters, our DNA is likely to be the same, and therefore my color would be the same as yours. Oh, I noticed your color is the same as his.
Why does everyone keep pointing that out?
Don't look so worried. I'll get you home soon.
23. What happened with that heat probe?
Yeah, it wasn't as smart as I thought. The ground out there is so hot that any body heat is obscured. The good news is the storm is clearing, so I've started the XSAT scanning for Andy's beacon again.
Is Colonel Baldoon here?
I'm Baldoon. Lieutenant Michael Mendy reporting for duty, sir.
This is a joke, right?
No joke.
You could hear that?
Recessives have hearing twice as good as yours.
A recessive in the RCF?
Half recessive, sir.
That's Andy's helmet beacon.
It's moving. He's alive!
Whoa, come back here.
Mark that location.
Gear up, people!
I'm moving out.
Keep that transponder operative. Okay, stand by, open the main door.
That include me, sir? Why not?
Blue team, made that one. Let's get those open. We're about 1 minute from the contact sector.
What do you think it's like,
Being lost in the wasteland?
being half recessive? What's it like having amplified hearing, for example?
We'll have plenty of opportunity to discuss that with the new man, Doctor. Right now, you should be concentrating on trying to find Andy.
That's what I'm doing. If Lieutenant Mendy has other recessive traits, they may be of help to us. For example, amplified sight and smell.
I doubt he could do anything my short-range equipment couldn't do.
Maybe not. It's certainly worth looking into.
We're approaching the contact point. It should be just over this hill.
Transport team, will you tranquilize these ladies?
Move out! Go, go, go! Break up! On the left! Get out!
Situation secure, Colonel. All recessives tranquilized. You've got 10 minutes until they regain consciousness.
Colonel? Andy's headset. Let me check the video chip. If it's intact, it might tell us something.
I guess if you're playing this back, you figured it out. I hooked up this helmet solar cell to the beacon battery. Yeah, I know you told me never do that, 23. But hopefully it sent out a strong signal to you guys before it blew up in my hand. Yeah, pretty nasty burn. Other than that, I'm okay. I figure I got a couple hours left on my immunovac. Hey, Doc, are the infections you get out here painful? They're back. Look, so far, I've managed to stay one step ahead of the Rex. I gotta keep moving. I'm going west. Find me.
We're moving west. Keep your eyes open. Mendy?
You're with me.
Mr. Mendy, I have to ask you a few questions.
I have all the characteristics of a recessive, except abnormal human brain function. I'm not insane or violent. Yet.
You say that almost like a threat.
Take it how you want.
Can you use your senses to help us find Major Seal?
I'm not a bloodhound, if that's what you mean. I can't just sniff him out.
Is that a chip on your shoulder, or are you just unhappy to join us?
That'll be enough, 23.
We're wasting our time, Colonel. My equipment would detect Andy before Kong here even thought about it.
Don't bet on it.
Oh, do I detect a challenge?
Take it how you want.
You don't seriously think you could spot him before my sensors?
I know I can.
Gentlemen, this conversation isn't getting us any closer to finding Major Seal.
Colonel, we have another problem.
What now?
We've got at least 10 recessives blocking the way around the bend.
More like 25.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I can sense it.
Yeah, well, 10 of them are tagged.
Recommendations?
Well, backtrack and go around. We're clear to the rear.
Wrong. You're coming up from behind.
Confirm, 23.
Oh, listen, the big guy can sense them. Who can argue with that?
Transport team, take cover positions. We have a large party of wrecks behind us and more moving in ahead.
Use tranquilizers only.
Doctor, prepare your station for casualties.
Looks like you could use all the manpower you can get out there.
You stay in the truck. I don't need you outside falling all over yourself.
That weapon fires exterminators.
That weapon's designed to kill.
Yes, sir, it is. I don't know if they gave you special treatment at the academy, Lieutenant. But
Yes, sir, they did. They tried to drive me out. I had to perform twice as well as everybody else.
Then you should have learned the first rule of engagement.
I'm very familiar with the FRE.
Obviously not. The FRE clearly states that recessives are not to be killed
Unless absolutely necessary to save normal human life. That's what I'm doing. We're about to be outmanned and outgunned. Our tranks are too slow.
We are only using tranks. Blackwell, Robertson, Bauer, take the rear. The rest concentrate ahead.
Right flank clear.
Left flank clear.
All recessives tranquilized. 10 minutes until they regain consciousness.
Dr. Helding, we need you out here.
The first rule of engagement is very clear. Lethal force is not to be used unless absolutely necessary to save normal human life.
We lost a man out there today. He'd still be alive if you'd let me open fire.
And 40 or 50 recessives would have been exterminated instead of just tranquilized.
So what? I'd kill 100 Rex to save one normal life.
You obviously don't understand the spirit of the FRE. I would think you, of all people, would respect it.
Why? Because I'm part recessive.
That is exactly why. The FRE is there to remind us that the recessives are still people.
Basing your decisions on guilt is a bad idea, Colonel.
What is that supposed to mean?
Permission to speak frankly.
You mean you haven't been so far?
Obviously, you're operating out of guilt because it was your father's youth injection that created the recessives in the first place.
My father has got nothing to do with this discussion.
With all due respect, sir, he has everything to do with it. Your guilt is more dangerous to this unit than the Rex themselves.
You are walking a very thin line, Mr. Mendy.
That's fine. Because I don't know if I could serve under a man who feels as responsible for the enemy as he does for his own people.
If you want to leave this unit, I will gladly sign your transfer disc. Until then, report to the infirmary. This discussion is over.
Diagnostic tube engaging now. Clear. Step out of the tubes. Here's your vitals chip. Reboot it before you forget. You're clean.
What's wrong?
Aside from your usual strange readings, your energy level is 0.
We were searching for 15 hours. I'm a little tired.
Tired? On any normal person, a 0 energy reading means dead.
Lieutenant Mendy reporting.
Ah, Lieutenant Mendy. Just in time for your exam. Go ahead and disrobe.
Just sign me off as clean.
I'm afraid I can't do that. You could be infected with any number of organisms from the wastelands.
Doctor, my readings in the diag tube are always abnormal. It will tell you nothing.
I'm familiar with recessive readings, Mr. Mendy.
I don't have the same readings as a full recessive.
The tube will still detect foreign organisms. Besides, don't you know what your normal reading should be?
Approximately.
Then I'll have to trust you to tell me if something is wrong. Get in the machine. Since your energy level is 0, I'm ordering you to take 2 hours, R&R.
Not a chance. Not till we find Andy.
Maybe you didn't understand the word order. You'll take a rest on your own or under guard. Your choice.
Some choice.
Diagnostic tube engaging now. Incredible. Clear. Step out of the tube.
What's it say?
His pain level is way off the scale.
What were my readings?
You first. What's your normal pain level?
Probably about 500%.
That's common for you every day?
Recessives live in a constant state of pain throughout their entire bodies.
Explains why they're so mean.
What's your normal energy level?
Probably 300%.
Not today. Today you're reading about half that. I'm going to have to order you to take 2 hours R&R also.
Join the club.
I don't need any R&R, Doctor.
You don't have a choice.
Perhaps I should talk about this with Colonel Valdu.
No use. She always wins those arguments.
This is ridiculous. We have a man missing out there.
My point exactly. Just because we can't find him physically doesn't mean I can't keep searching electronically.
Don't let your egos make you feel indispensable, boys. There are plenty of people in this unit who can continue the search. You have your orders. 2 hours R&R.
What?
Enjoy.
Maintenance to subterranean level 2 environmental unit. Maintenance.
Connie, how
Why is this wreck running free?
Actually, he's only half a wreck.
Hello, I'm Lieutenant Michael Mendy.
Mendy, this is Lieutenant Connie Seal, Andy Seal's wife.
I see. I'm sorry about the loss of your husband. You have my condolences. I hope we can find him.
If we don't, it'll be because the recessives killed him.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
How's Ty holding up?
Terribly. He's submerged in virtual reality. He doesn't even take a break to eat.
You want me to talk to him?
Would you?
I can give it a shot.
Thanks.
So, like the man said to the horse, why the long face?
What?
Why are you so down?
I don't want to talk about it. I came here to forget about it.
Oh, tell me what I can do to help you forget.
Well, I can think of a few things.
Name it. I'll do it.
Really?
Hey, this is your program.
Great. You mind taking that off?
What, the bathing suit? Why should I mind?
Oh, no, what's the deal?
I'm sorry. I can't do that.
Why not?
Parental blockout.
What?
Parental blockout. Someone has put a ceiling on how far this virtual reality unit can go.
Mom!
Nice program, kid.
23, what are you doing here?
Your mom was afraid you were spending a little too much time in VR. You write this program yourself?
I took the location from a program Dad had and then appended my own program to it.
I can see that. What a lovely appendage she is.
Thanks.
I can explain.
You don't have to. I understand you're trying to escape reality for a while, am I right?
Yeah, I guess.
I wish I could join you. It's not so terrific in reality at the moment. I mean, with your dad gone. I don't know about you, but I miss him.
You're welcome to stay, 23.
Oh, thanks. Too many responsibilities. Besides, I was going to hang out in VR for a while. I think I'd do something a bit more, you know, therapeutic.
Like what?
You really want to know?
Yeah, I asked, didn't I?
Lieutenant Colonel Davis to Water Reclamation Systems Command. Lieutenant Colonel Davis to Water Reclamation Systems Command.
I really miss these fishing trips, Dad.
Well, how can you miss them? You're on one right now.
But it's not the same when you're generated by a computer.
Well, I have 150 gigabytes of Major Andrew Seal's memory and speech pattern. It should be difficult to tell me from the real thing.
I can tell.
Well, I'll try and improve. What do you want to talk about today, son?
Tell me about your academy training. Did they teach you survival skills in the wastelands?
Oh, did they ever? They took us out and dropped us in 110-degree heat for 5 days. You know, that's where I met your mom.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. They took 5 from her class, 5 from mine. In fact, I paid off my tent mate to trade places with her.
So you shared a tent out there for 5 days and survived?
She used to call it 5 days of heaven in the middle of hell. You know, the truth is, I could survive anywhere if I had your mom with me.
Yes, come in.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Actually, I am a bit busy, Miss Helding.
It's Helen.
Do you mind walking with me, Helen?
Mind? Not at all.
Sergeant Chulak, report to Command Unit 3. Sergeant Chulak to Command Unit 3, please.
What can I do for you?
Well, I hope you don't think me too forward, but I just spent a lot of time out there with hardly any male companionship. And then I met you and, well, what I'm trying to get at, will you have dinner with me tonight?
Dinner? I would love to, Miss Helding, but
But that would be illegal since I don't have an implant, right?
Well, as I said, I'm very busy. We lost a man out there.
You do have to eat.
I eat while I work. Perhaps a rain check?
Tom, I was... Excuse me.
It's okay. I need to go the other way. I hope you meant it, Colonel, about that rain check.
You do like those Helding girls, don't you, Tom?
You must have heard about Andy's video chip. Would you like to view it?
Yes. And I'd like you to sign this.
A transfer? Connie, we've already been through this.
I'm trained as a communications officer and weapons specialist.
I already have my manpower allotment. Central Command would never authorize my hiring another person.
You're transferring Lieutenant Mendy out of the unit.
How did you know that?
I work in the administrative corps. I know a lot of things.
Then you know the transfer hasn't been authorized, and it may take a few days even if it is.
I also know that they give you anything you want. Stop protecting me, Tom. Put me in the unit.
You'll follow my orders to a T. No special treatment because of our friendship.
Of course. Thank you, Colonel.
So, well, look who's here. You alone?
You see a section for black implants?
I've never seen a black implant.
That's because they're very rare. It means it's forbidden.
I know, I mean, I've heard of them, but is it true you can never, with a woman,
The High Council, in their infinite wisdom, decided that people like me shouldn't be permitted to mate. We don't want to cause any more freaks in the world.
That must drive you crazy.
No, I agree with it. I wouldn't want to bring a child into the world to go through what I have.
How did you happen? I mean, what happened to...
Cause a freak like me? What do you think? My mother was captured by recessives. She got away. But not before one of the males...
Oh, man. I'm sorry. Well, if it isn't Colonel 23. So it is, in the flesh. Long time no see, Colonel. Not long enough. Is that any way to talk to family, little brother? Yeah, aren't you going to introduce us to your half-breed friend? Mandy, these are three of my brothers. Greg's 8, 32, and 13.
Quadruplets?
Actually, there are 42 of us. 41. 18 died last month. Really? I didn't know.
Oh, did you say 42?
We were conceived in test tubes as part of an experiment by the old American Pentagon. They were trying to create a superior soldier. Only it didn't work. We all came out messed up in some different way. Take the Colonel here, for instance. He can barely walk straight. You should see him try to run. He's got like 2 left feet. But the best is when he tries to fight. Ain't that right? Colonel. Stay out of it, half-breed. Yeah, it's just a little family squabble. Come on, gentlemen, let's not fight, huh? Why not, Colonel? You've always hated us. Well, go ahead, free punch. Take your best shot. I don't want to hit you. Well, Colonel, in this life, it's either hit or be hit. Now, last chance, take a shot. Oh, too bad. You missed. Go ahead, try the stomach this time. Bigger target.
Why are you doing this?
Man's a colonel in the RCF. Lieutenant colonel. Whatever. All the advantages of being a big-time soldier, and he don't even know how to fight. Well, it's time he learned.
You okay?
I think so.
What is with these guys?
I don't know. I guess I got the brains and the manners, and they got the muscles and the meanness. What? What's so funny?
You're a freak.
Oh, I'm a freak. Who just threw 2 grown men through a wall?
Virginia, you're not too quick.
No, I get your point. A toast to genetic science and the freaks it produces.
It's new friends.
Maintenance supervisor to Air Purification Center. Maintenance.
Check the northwest quarter again.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Tom.
General, what can I do for you?
It has come to my attention that all of your resources are still directed at the search for Major Seal. Is that correct?
I'm not sure I know what you mean, General.
Don't play games with me, Tom. You know what I'm talking about.
With all due respect, we can't just abandon Andy. He's a friend. He's a good soldier. And it would be a
Let me make it easy for you. The RCF's charter is to search on a broad scope for any normal people who need help, not just one specific person. Therefore, I am ordering you to cease and desist from any search methods that are not on a broad scope. Is Is that understood?
You're ordering me to abandon my friend.
I'm sorry, Tom, but that's exactly what I'm doing. Seal's immunivac has run out, and so has your 48 hours.
This is insanity. We can't just give up on him.
Those are our orders. I don't have a choice.
Isn't there a way that we can keep looking for him without Central Command knowing?
And what happens the next time an order comes down that you don't like? Do you disobey it too?
Colonel Valdoon to the infirmary. Colonel Valdoon to the infirmary, urgent.
Recalibrate the XSAT and all scanners. Broad search pattern.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry.
Ma'am, this is Colonel Valdoon. Colonel, this is Mrs. Redmond.
Glad to see
My
you.
babies. Where are they? My girls.
Calm down, man.
Rachel and Heather, they're 6 and 8. They were hiding.
Where were they?
I don't know. My husband hid them somewhere back at the house.
What's the story? Is it Andy?
2 children.
Then maybe we'll find Andy while we're at it.
If those kids have somehow managed to survive, they won't last much longer. There's another O-storm approaching.
How long?
2 hours.
Lieutenant Seal.
Transport team, stay close.
Roger.
You know, we searched the area when we were looking for Andy. Nobody saw any kids.
And nobody saw Andy either. But we know he was there somewhere. ETA.
2 minutes, 23 seconds.
Reading any wrecks?
No tagged ones. How about you?
No.
Lieutenant Seal, confirm contact with home base.
Mrs. Redmond, are you receiving?
Yes. Have you found them yet?
Not yet, ma'am. We're just getting to the house.
Colonel, I'm not sure, but there may be 1 or 2 wrecks in the area.
You heard that, people. Keep your eyes open.
Pan out. Search the place from top to bottom. You're looking for Lieutenant Seal. Can Mrs. Redmond hear me?
Negative.
You're looking for 2 children. They may be alive. The wrecks may have carried them off, or they may be dead. Look for any clues.
Colonel, according to my sensors, that O-storm is about to phase into its electrical stage and is headed our way.
How long until it hits here?
Rough guess, half an hour.
Colonel, I have something behind the house you might want to see. 23, you better come too.
This is like the perfect place to hide some kids.
Strange, doesn't the soil look too dark?
It sure does.
Lieutenant Seal, patch me into Mrs. Redmond.
Done.
Mrs. Redmond, did your husband dig a hole in the back of the house?
I don't think so. We'd only been in that house a few days.
It's lead ore. That makes sense.
What does?
Our beacons won't broadcast through lead. If Andy was in this hole, that would explain why my sensors lost him.
Okay. So we know where Andy was then.
And probably those kids.
Where are they now?
We better find him before the storm gets here.
Mrs. Redmond, do you have any idea where your kids may have gone? Maybe a favorite place to play.
No, they were too afraid of those monsters. They never left our side.
Keep looking. I've got an idea.
What are you doing?
I am logging on the city's geological computer. If this whole area is filled with lead deposits, those kids might still be safe. So might Andy.
Well?
Here it comes. Bullseye.
So there's a chance.
Well, we just narrowed it down from a needle in a haystack to a needle in a slightly smaller haystack. Still a long shot.
Maybe not. Doesn't the old XSAT-7 have an ultrasound scanner?
Connie, you're a genius. Do you mind if I take credit for this if it works?
Not at all.
Good. Because it just did. Colonel, I think I know where they are. I ran an ultrasound scan to look for a place they could hide within the lead deposit region, and that's when I found it.
Found what?
Canyon. Whole thing is pure lead.
They probably just stumbled on it.
Yeah, but that's about a 5-hour walk. Somebody, an adult, had to help them.
What the hell was that? What happened, Anderson?
Best I can tell, some wreck threw some sort of concrete over. Nailed your roof pretty good.
Is everyone in the transport okay?
Yes, sir. Missed us completely.
Damage check 23.
Looks like we've lost all satellite contact. All other systems seem okay.
Drive system?
Fine.
Okay, let's get back underway.
Wait, not so fast. We don't know where we're going anymore. No satellite, no navigation.
And no communications to base.
Without navigation, I can't find that canyon.
We don't have much time. That storm is almost here.
Can you fix it?
I have a choice. a hold of this wind!
We should be fine if we keep ahead of it.
It's going in and out, but I think I can work with it. Proceed 23 degrees to the right. I think. Colonel, I think this is the area. Stop here.
Permission to leave my station and go with you.
I can handle the link to Mrs. Redmond.
All right, come on. 23. ETA on that storm.
It's gonna catch up to us in about 10 minutes.
All right, then we move out in 8.
You still with us, Mrs. Redmond?
Yes, I'm here.
Good. Okay, you're approaching the area. I'd fan out and search.
I hear something. It sounds like a heartbeat.
My instruments aren't getting anything.
Colonel.
Colonel.
It's okay, girls. We're here to take you to your mother.
Am I patched into Mrs. Redmond?
Yeah, she's with you.
Mrs. Redmond? I have somebody who'd like to say hello to you.
Mommy? Is that you?
Yes, honey. I'm here. Are you okay? Colonel?
He isn't there, Connie. I'm sorry.
But he has to be. What's your name, honey?
Rachel?
Rachel, did a man help you get here?
Uh-huh.
What did that man look like?
He was dressed like you.
Do you know where that man went?
He said he was going to protect us from the monsters.
These two children have a stronger immunity to the organisms out here than Andy does.
Colonel, we don't move now, we're not moving at all.
Take these children to the vehicle. Colonel, I think I have something up top. I found him. He's alive.
Stay back! It's unstable.
Wait! We don't want anyone else going over.
I'm not making any promises, but I think he'll make it if we get him back to base fast enough.
What are you doing here?
Looking for my husband?
I hope you find him.
Thank you.
Mr. Mendy.
What is it? They called me to the infirmary. Did Mom get hurt?
Whoa, relax, kid.
Is Mom okay?
Your mother's fine.
Well, then what is it?
Why don't you go see for yourself?
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, Ty.
Hey, kid. Dad!
Listen, I know it's not cool for a guy your age, but how about giving your old man a hug, huh?
Captain King to Hazlitt Bay 3. Captain King to Hazlitt Bay 3.
This is the last stage.
Lieutenant Colonel Small, monitor you come.
There you go. All done.
So, what color am I?
Patience. Takes a minute to react with your DNA and change color.
Dr. Parrish to Medman 1.
Colonel Valdoon. Just the man I wanted to see.
Hello, Dr. Helding. Miss Helding?
I told you, call me Helen. Look, I just got my new implant. Aren't you curious what color I am?
Well, and to tell you the truth,
Starting to change. Purple, red, blue. No, wait. Green. It's green.
Oh, no. It's still changing.
Green is the last color in the implant spectrum. It's green.
It has to be a mistake. Sammy, you're blue. Can I have a new one?
I told you we wouldn't necessarily be the same color.
Well, there's some lucky man out there with a green implant who I envy.
Really?
Really?
Reporting for our post-mission physicals.
So you're staying in the unit, Mr. Mendy.
Thought I'd give it another shot.
Can we make this quick? I got places to go, people to see.
Hello. I'm Helen. And you are?